Hello, Cherie Hanson here. I'm finding that most of us are experiencing very strange energy lately. We thought everything was speeding up and things were changing and things were unpredictable before, but it has become, the sense of reality has become like somebody who got in an elevator and it shot up to the 22nd floor, and then it started to fall and got caught on floor 13 and then shot back up. So we're looking out at the world, and what we're seeing is a lack of predictability. We're seeing old systems are failing, and that's very stressing for people who are in a mortal body. Like, I have to be right. I have to be right so that I can prevent myself from dying. That's the basic motivation. And the thing I was thinking about today, which is so clear to me as I am taking inventory and observing myself and stepping back for a wider view, is that we are just so layered. We look at one another as if we're figurines. I've got these little figurines of various angels, and they're about this tall, and they're on a little platform, and their gold wings are painted behind them. And I think to myself about how we're trained to look at ourselves like that. We're trained to look at ourselves as if we were a figurine, as if we were somehow a thing. This is who I am. And where does that come from? The sense of who we are comes from so many sources. It's just overwhelming. We know for a fact that people who have a heart transplant or a kidney transplant will take on, 80% of the time, will take on the habits of the person who gave them the organ. So now I like watching wrestling. And the rest of the family is sitting there going, what happened to you? Or now I'm taking up crochet. And the rest of the family is going, why do you suddenly like crochet? So we do have some scientific substantiation to the fact that the cells we carry in our body are marked with a narrative from our ancestors. The traumas they have gone through are in our bodies. The gifts that we have been given are in our bodies. It's not just eye color. It could be how charming you are. It can be what your default setting is. And this comes from the family game board as well. Our family is a closed unit, and we do things this way. And so what we come to is we come to a place it's necessary to come to, which is the dark night of the soul, or being lost in the desert, or not knowing who we are, not knowing who we're becoming, not knowing what choice to make. And for a lot of us, we're at this place right now where we're asking the question, quo vadis? Which road? Which road do I take? But the difficulty is that everything that we relied on in the past to give us a clear signal, it's like a vandal came along and tore down all the signs and buried the clear pathway roads under rubble. And so we're walking along in our lives being this identity that we have been taught we are, that we're imprinted that we are, and we suddenly run out of road. It's very upsetting when we run out of road. So many people I know right now are having trouble sleeping, are feeling surges of energy, are feeling moments of great optimism, and then the next moment, throwing themselves down on the stage, banging the floorboards and crying out to the gods. And so what we come to know, what I came to see when I did ceremonies with shaman, with Blackfoot medicine man, with great teachers, is that it's all energy. It's all energy. It's all flow. It's all fluctuating. So we think we are this, and then we find out that we have no idea who we are. And a lot of people are in that place right now. Should I leave my marriage or should I not leave my marriage? Should I get another job? Should I move to another city? Would it be better if I did this? Would it be better if I did that? But the problem is that the things that worked in the past, in the old reality, don't work now. And so we're like an orphan that's been thrown out into the dark with, you can take one bag with you and that's it. And so we wander along in the dark, hoping somebody will tell us what choices to make. And worst of all, hoping somebody will tell us what to feel or what to not feel. What am I supposed to numb out from now? Can I feel sad? Can I feel rage? Can I feel betrayed? I don't know. Because we don't trust the social signaling. When we look at people from outside of us, we're not trusting their choices. And we're in a place where we're getting triggered. We're getting triggered so often. I suddenly feel afraid. I suddenly feel anxious. I suddenly feel wrong. Oh my God. We're at this, this massive test with 1,000 students sitting in a room at desks. And the invigilator is walking around. And we're just terrified. They're going to say to us, "No, you're using the wrong pen." So how do we make decisions if the system is cataclysmic, if everything is shifting, if what we were told is correct is no longer correct, and the things that we thought were bad, we don't know if they're bad or not? What do we do in this mess? The only thing we have recourse to is our internal compass. What do I feel is compassionate and kind and a good choice? We're being asked to go inside and to drop all the social signaling, all the sense that the old system is still working. It's not still working. I don't know how much more it's going to take for us to understand this. It doesn't work. It's like people coming up to a vending machine and they keep putting money in it. They're not getting anything, but they keep putting more money in it. And they're banging on it and they're shaking it. I'm supposed to get a candy bar. Where's my candy bar? And I watched that the other night when people were sitting at a political meeting and they were saying, "I don't understand other people. How can other people do this? Or how can other people do that?" And what was so clear to me was that they didn't understand that when people are in a state of fear, the decisions they make are always based on fear. So why am I making this decision that's a lower energy outcome? Because I'm afraid. All I know is the old way didn't work, so I'm going to vote the exact opposite of the old way. Like it's like your house has cobwebs, so let's just burn it to the ground. No, you don't need to burn it to the ground. You could probably just dust. So now we are in a place where we're being asked by the universe to understand our own internal compass. What feels right for me? What makes me feel that I'm a person that I can trust? Am I kind? Am I compassionate? Do I want things to happen for the greater good? Do I want to be in a place where I trust my decisions and I don't let them be driven by the fear of other people around me? I go inside, I do my grounding practices, my breath work, my cold bath, my meditation, my lighting candles, and the last thing I do, which is so very powerful, is give the hell up. You know what I'm saying? You can't be right when you don't know what path is ahead of you. Somebody came along and they tore down all the signposts and they put rubble over the paths. And we're still trying to walk a path that used to be there. It's not there anymore. So what do? We learn to rely on our own ethics, our own compass of morality, our own sense of what shore our ship is pointed toward. Do I want to become my better and higher self? Does being afraid and angry and hating other people help me get to that shore? I don't think so. Not thinking that's the best way. And so we learn to let go, to submit to circumstances, to check with our bodies and ask the question, does this serve the person I am intent on becoming? And the hardest thing of all is we're being asked to let go of the old reality. We can't hold on to it. It's gone. If I hold on harder, will it stay? No. It's kind of like, when your husband decides to leave or when you decide to leave your husband, it's like, let me just grab onto your coat, I'll hold harder, and then you won't leave. No, that doesn't work. When things are shifting, they are shifting. Your best bet is to figure out what serves your own value system. That's all we can do right now. Can I be kind? Can I smile at people? Can I stay calm? Can I trust that somehow the universe is growing me into a better person? Big questions. I want to thank everyone who has subscribed. I want to thank you for a thumbs up or for the kind comments. If you know somebody, and so many people are just flopping around in the bottom of the boat trying to breathe, there's no air, they don't know what's going on, do share a video with them. because there are so many of us right now that totally get what's going on. And we're going inside to allow ourselves a deep grounding. And we're leaving the outside world and the old way behind. Why? Because it doesn't work. Try something new. Try to be you, and don't worry about other people. Thank you so much for the support that you give me, and I want to say I appreciate you.